Hello, everyone. Let's talk today about Tesla and TSLY. I'm just going to dedicate this video to Tesla and TSLY. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right. If you are part of the lemming train that is falling off on TSLY and jumping into other funds chasing those, you may make a mistake. I don't know. I can't tell the future, of course, but I'm just going to tell you what I see, what's happening with Tesla, and why I'm buying more TSLY while everyone else is freaking out in the lemmings or bailing and going into other funds. All right. So here's what I'm seeing. Let's pull up Tesla first on a daily time frame. Okay, each one of these candles represents a day. So as we see here, Tesla has formed a bunch of lower highs, right? As we see this trend line. Now, these trend lines are for visual representation. They are not down to the penny. So as you see here, if you follow the top trend line, Tesla has done nothing but make lower highs, right? But if we pull out, and zooming out is so important. If we zoom out, we see the bottom trend line. Tesla is making higher lows. So what's happening here is we're forming a very massive wedge that is essentially almost 2 years in the making. And it's coming down to a really critical point. And I imagine we will probably stay. This is no guarantee. I can't, tell the future, of course. But I imagine we're going to stay in this wedge. So I would look for a bounce sometime here on Tesla, and it'll go back up, and everyone will get excited, and etc. And it'll go back up to maybe the top of this trend line, and it'll bounce around in here for the next couple weeks until earnings. Now, when you have a massive wedge like this, okay, what happens is, let's pull this chart back out again. Prices are coiling, and there's a lot of back and forth within this. Buyers and sellers are positioning, and it's looking like there will be a massive dynamic move, and it probably times up with earnings rather well. You see this purple line on the bottom? That is the 200 period moving average on the weekly time frame. And just like most stocks and ETFs and stuff like that, once you get to below the 200 period moving average, that means there's danger. But it also means there's possible opportunities, because many times stocks bounce off the 200 period moving average on the weekly time frame. There's a lot of algorithms set to buy there because it is a massive key level. We are nearing the 200 period moving average on a weekly time frame, which coincidentally lines up with the $200 mark on Tesla. So as Tesla continues to fall, as we make lower highs but higher lows, let's look at TSLY. Let's go to the daily time frame for TSLY. TSLY continues to fall and not really follow the underlying very well on the way up currently. And I kind of want to show you something here. So we were basing and consolidating on TSLY between, let's say, 11 and 1250 for darn near 2.5 months, right? And since we've broken that, TSLY is now down, as you see, to 1031, and people are freaking out. I mean, they're dumping TSLY. They're getting into coin, which are Coney and LTCN and other crypto things. While those are tanking, they're chasing yield, and those are going down, and as is TSLY, of course. But they're getting out, and that tells me when the lemmings is what I call them, or the general populace. I use Discord servers to kind of gauge what interest is in people. When I start seeing people freak out on particular stocks or ETFs through time, that's when I start buying. So I'm going to be buying more TSLY here around these levels before earnings, because I do think with Tesla, forming this massive wedge, a dynamic move is going to happen. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that earnings are going to be good. And I'm not trying to tell you earnings are going to be bad, because I have no idea and nobody knows. Okay, if someone tells you they know exactly what's going to happen with the earnings, dismiss them immediately, because they have no idea. They're just saying it to say it. But with this wedge and with bad earnings the last few go-rounds with Tesla, it's only a matter of time, I think, before Tesla rockets up. And we're nearing some major key levels once again on Tesla. And with earnings right around the corner, for me, the odds favor, for me, a rise up from Tesla. Because Tesla, now look, guys, I am not a Tesla bull or a Tesla hater. I am actually non-biased on Tesla. It's just that I can understand the chart. I can understand how people look at stocks, and this is the way it goes. If the majority of the populace is diving in on something, meaning retail, means it's probably going to go down, like much with Coney and other things, because the general populace likes to chase these things, right? So what happens is big money goes in, no one buys it low. They wait till it gets to the top, and then the general populace jumps in expecting some dynamic move, knowing the dynamic move already happened. Well, TSLY is providing for me, I think, a great opportunity. This is not financial advice, because if Tesla tanks and TSLY will tank with it after earnings, I don't want any messages saying, man, I followed you and I lost a bunch of money. This is my money. This is my plan. And this is just what I'm doing. I am buying more TSLY over the next week or two. And I am actually liking these prices for my future plan. I think a Tesla has a ton of upside just waiting to be unleashed. So that's why the tactical stock scalper is buying more TSLY when everyone else is getting out or not adding to their positions and putting their money into other things. This old man right here is putting it into TSLY, looking for a dynamic move out of this wedge. If you like my content, please gently caress the like button. And I would really appreciate it if you would sub my channel. And if you want to call me an idiot and leave a thumbs down, do that too. I enjoy all kinds of conversation. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.